pass backwards, but she's got momentum coming up the ice, and then she gets into the top of the circle range where, again, you're using that defenseman as maybe a little bit of a screen, and for a split second the goalie doesn't see it or makes a move that she normally wouldn't do, and so it's in the back of the net. So
as far as, sorry, I didn't interrupt finishing your question, but as far as today goes, I guess in Des Moines, how do you chalk this up? A lot of shot opportunities, didn't finish as much. Is it a matter of doing everything but, finishing the play, or is it more than that?
Well, I mean, I also told the team, I says, it's that time of year. Tomorrow becomes March, and they call March Madness. There's a reason for it. And so you look at the different scores around our league today, and then you look at some of the others scores out east, and games that you'd normally say, oh yeah, they're probably going to win in 2. Now they're going to 3 games. Oh, they're probably going to win in 2. They're going to 3 games. So the hardest part, for any team is to, end somebody's season, because you're going to get everything that they have in the tank, because if they lose, their season's over, and they're not going to play again until September. So, we weren't as sharp for stretches today as we were yesterday. And then we didn't capitalize on some of the opportunities, whether it was in the first period or the second period, where we had a lot of chances and opportunities, and that's part of the game. Sometimes the goaltender's seeing the puck, sometimes she's not seeing the puck, but it's still hitting her. You have 3 challenges in about a 4-minute window, or not much of a window. So it just, we've been around hockey a long time, and it's just one of those games where you don't know what's going to happen. And very easily in overtime, puck could have bounced one way or the other, and they could have scored, and then we'd be here tomorrow playing again. So,
Your goalie was playing great, but it didn't seem like when you got those 2 goals in regulation with traffic or with redirections, and I wonder if that was an emphasis for you as it keeps going on to make sure you're getting to the hard areas.
And you credit Bemidji, because they were covering the scoring areas. Ice area, right in front of the net, the blue paint. I mean, I call it weeds, but there was a lot of traffic. Can you get a bounce off something? A shot hits either the goalie, hits a shin pad, can it bounce to me? The times that we had those chances, she was there and making saves, and that's why our game's unique, because the other team, if the goalie's playing well, they'll give themselves a chance, and they gave themselves a chance today.
What was your message to the team in those 15 minutes before overtime?
Just recovering. Like I mentioned earlier, KK and Laila, Sims, even, Ava, they haven't played back-to-back games, and you jump right into a playoff series. But, you have to find ways to push yourself through it. And so obviously, the 15 minutes in between, regulation and overtime, you got an opportunity to get something to drink, settle your legs down, get your mind refocused on what's at hand. The biggest question becomes, can you manage the game, because it's like the second period. You got these long changes, and you don't want a situation that comes your way where all of a sudden, with a bad decision, either with puck management or a poor line change, and you give the team an outnumbered situation. So things that you have to think about. But the big thing is, they were able to take a deep breath. And then the shortness of the overtime helps too, because the first shift we could have scored 2. Kelly had a really good chance, and the puck we just laid on her pad, and then the next shift it's in the back of the net. So.
Any thoughts on why there was those periods of kind of disconnect, passes missing, and just chances not quite getting?
Yeah, the passes weren't connecting in some phases of the game. Where yesterday, the puck movement, our speed was better. But again, part of it is us not executing in those situations, maybe trying to do too much, making the extra stick handle. And then you have to credit Bemidji. I mean, they tightened things up big time today, and played with that energy and that desperation, which you're playing for your lives, and so I'm going to give everything I've got. And so they were blocking shots, and they were covering that scoring area and the slot area very well. And we had some looks, and the goalie made saves and gave her team a chance to win.
On Bemidji's first goal, where they had the positioning mixed up behind your net, how do you avoid that? Is something you want your goaltender to recognize so teammates coming, or how do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a situation where it's communication between the two defensemen and the goaltender, and you know, verbally there's communication going on, and if I don't get what you're saying, then I might try something that I'm not ready for, and just you know, a major mistake, obviously, you know, given, you know, now we're playing from behind, so you know, things you'll talk about, things, you know, you work on in practice, and hopefully, you know, you don't see something like that again. But if you watch hockey long enough, you'll see that again. Just part of what happens. All right, thanks.
I hit one right off the top of my shaft here, so it was really fun. Just that play in general, it was great. Just hard-working shift, and then the fact that she could get that through traffic was pretty impressive to me. So I was really, really happy about it.
How important was that style of play for you guys? You know, when the shots from the outside and things weren't going in, they were clogging up the house. Get traffic on your goal, get a redirection on Bella's goal to break through.
Right. Yeah, that team, that goalie is really talented, and so is that team. So every team from here on out, it's the same way. Whatever it takes to score, we're willing to do it. So if that's a shot from the outside or getting traffic in front of the net, we're willing to do that. And we're just excited about being able to come to the rink every day and work on our skill and our just being able to get pucks to the net.
Was the change in goalies today, was that a challenge for you guys because you were used to the play yesterday, or?
Yeah, I mean, every goalie that we're playing from here on out in our season, in our league, they're just so talented. So being able to get shots on is really important. And when they're on, she was on today, so that was pretty impressive. And I was happy about the way that we played on her.
How important is that for you guys, I guess, to see that? Because the rest of the playoffs is kind of going to be that way. These style of games where they're tight and maybe going to overtime, but they're going to be real close throughout.
Right. These kind of games are so exciting. It's what we live for. It's what we come to the rink every day for. We're just so excited to be here and to just get better every day. We're such a close group, and we're so excited to play.
What do you think opened up in the second period, starting off that wasn't there early on?
I think that we just kept getting pucks to the net, and then eventually when you get enough pucks to the net, they're starting to go in, and we just played our best in the second period. I thought as the game went on, we got more experience with that team, with their play style, and had to focus on our play style as well. So it went well for us in the second period after a little bit of fatigue kicked in for the other team as well, I believe.
Did you have a feeling in overtime when Laila gets that much room to skate ahead and shoot that we've seen that finish that way a lot of times before?
Oh yeah, we have such belief in every one of our girls, and especially when Laila gets that puck on her stick in that spot, oh my goodness, she can rip that puck, and we knew that was going in, so we were so excited to give her that opportunity.
To advance, I mean, this is the big thing, but you know, it's a compressed week next week because they're playing Thursday and to not have to play tomorrow feels like a big benefit for you guys. So.
Yeah, we're excited about it just to get in and get some more work right before playoffs, but every day counts just in our work and our habits, so we're really excited to keep going here. Awesome, thanks guys.
Time to go, you got to kind of go with that right now. How quickly did you know you were going to have a shot?
Right. I think I was just coming in with speed. I saw the D backing in. I was like, it's a good screen, so it's got to get it through.
What's that mindset like going to that fourth period overtime when you know you kind of got to win it and you're here tomorrow?
Right. Yeah, I think we obviously didn't play our best game, but at the same time, the situation was different for Bemidji. Like, they're fighting to keep their season alive, and we're in a bit of a different position, but so you also have to respect that they're going to come on and give their best game and give everything they got. But yeah, that mindset going into the overtime was just kind of like keep playing our game and get it to the net and just end it as soon as we could.
What do you think they made more difficult today for you and your teammates than yesterday?
Yeah, I think they clogged the middle pretty well, and I think their goalie was phenomenal. She made a lot of good saves. She wasn't giving us anything easy, so hats off to her.
Now, how does this first playoff series shape your mindset for the rest of the playoffs?
I think it doesn't matter who you play, you're going to get every team's best game, but obviously you can tell when we're on our game, we have a lot of success. So I think just learning from every game will give us, a better chance throughout the rest of the playoffs.
How do you guys take it by yourselves? When there's some disconnect and things that aren't going, passes aren't connecting to the group pulled back together, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the process like that?
Yeah, I think our group does a really good job at just hitting like the reset button, and we have so many good leaders, whether they're wearing letters or not, who just bring the energy. And sometimes that's all you need is a little bit of energy to flip things around and get a momentum shift. And yeah, that's what I love about this group, and I think it benefits us really well.
When you talk about energy and that shift, were those challenges almost, did that kind of shift any energy for you guys, or you're just like, okay, like, didn't even happen, let's just go out and attack?
Yeah, I mean, just to be honest, yeah, you felt a little bit of the energy go down right when that happened, but I love the way we responded to almost every time they scored. I think we just know that most of the time we're the better team out there, so just playing our game, we know we're going to succeed. So just getting back to our roots.
Given everything that has happened the last week plus, to have tomorrow off must feel kind of decent for you, yes?
Yeah, I'm excited, but I have an exam. So.
What a way to come back.
Right?
What?
Yeah, statistics.
Oh, well, what a fun time.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
You should have just given it you all.
I know, right?
Drop a little medal, drop
Yeah.
the family.
Statistics are you've got 10 goals.
Right.
How about that?
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Good luck on